welcome to another episode of Love and Gratitude. How are you? How do you feel? You know what? I'm so happy because it's tulip season now, and as you can see in the bag, I have super beautiful and pretty tulips. Wait, I'm gonna show you. Just look at the color. It's so pretty, right? Oh my god, I can't believe. Just look. Oh my god. Of course, I have to use this time because I love tulips, and you know, I actually like every type of flower, but when it's tulip season, it's super special, you know, because then I want to have tulip every day in my room. And yeah, and also I'm here again in blue. In the last 2 episodes, I was always wearing something blue, and today I'm wearing something blue again. But you know, I'm kind of so obsessed with blue right now. Like in the recent time, I always want to wear something blue. I don't know why, but yeah, blue is actually my favorite color. And my second favorite color is pink, and that's why I bought pink tulips, because pink, it's so pretty. And you know what? Fun fact, when I was a younger girl, like when I was younger, I'm actually not that young anymore, unfortunately, and I'm so worried about this, but I'm gonna tell you in a second. So when I was a little girl, I used to hate pink. I was not girly at all, and I was very masculine, and you know, I was interested in boy stuff, and yeah, so that's why I didn't really like girl stuff and girly things, and also not pink. And but that of course changed like a few years ago, and now I'm even wearing pink pants and pink shirts even before the Barbie movie came out, because after the Barbie movie, pink was so popular. And this is something that I don't like. Like, I don't like to go after trends, you know. It's so unnecessary, and I can't take it serious. Anyways, because you know, you just have to stay authentic. Okay, so you know, in the last few days before going to bed, I was thinking about something certain. So usually I have a huge list of topics to talk about, and I always know what to talk about. But you know, when I was thinking these thoughts a few days ago, I was thinking, okay, maybe I should do my next episode about this topic, about this certain topic, and I should talk about this, because I was also doing a brainstorming, and I was going deeper in a deeper level. So I was wondering, and I was thinking, no, wait, actually, first it was like this. I went to bed and I wanted to go to sleep, and then I had this thought of that I haven't had a good laugh for a long time. And I was like, oh my god, what a wasted day without laughing, you know? So I think there is a difference between laughing and smiling, because smiling is because of you really want to smile, and you do smile, and because you're kind, and then you just smile, you know. That's so normal. But laughing, you can only laugh when there's something funny, and when something funny is happening, or when a funny person says something funny. But unfortunately, I don't have a person around me who is funny, you know. Like you know, in the last few weeks I was very isolated, because I was in my semester break, and I also still had exams in my semester break, so it was very difficult for me to go out, and also it was Ramadan, so I didn't really do much with my friends. And I love my friends, but you know what, and sometimes of course we laugh, but you know what is missing in my life? What is really missing? Someone who has a really good humor. Like really good humor. Like a really, really funny person, you know? A very funny person is missing in my life. And you know, I must admit that guys are usually funnier than girls. I don't know if you agree, but guys are typically more chill, and they take everything easy, and they make jokes out of everything, and they're just so fun to hang out with and to be around, you know. So I was thinking, oh, okay, it doesn't have to be a guy, of course, my friend, but I need a friend with a good humor, and that is actually missing in my life, because a day without really laughing is a wasted day, in my opinion. And you know, that's just so sad, because I was not laughing. I didn't have a good laugh. And you know, sometimes I have good laughs with my mom, and with good laughs I mean laughs where you start having cramps in your stomach, and when your cheeks start hurting, you know, because you're laughing so much and you can't breathe anymore, and it's just so funny. And sometimes I have moments with my mom where I'm acting funny without being without the intention of being funny, because you know, I don't have a good humor. I have humor of 10%, not much, because I'm a very serious person and I'm very strict and more like a discipline oriented. So that's why I can't really make jokes, but sometimes my mimic and my facial expressions, they're so funny and so readable that my mom, even especially my mom, because I'm her product, she always says, "You're my product, I know you," and that's why she knows exactly what I think and what I want to say, and then she starts laughing at something that I want to say or I'm saying, and then I'm like, "Why are you laughing?" And then she starts laughing, and then I have to laugh even more because she laughs and I'm laughing more, and so then we're having a good laugh. And sometimes I have moments like this with her, and sometimes but okay, wait, I must admit that it's getting chaotic now. I must admit that I don't have a good relationship to, okay, wait, I have a good relationship to my parents. Fact, period. But it's not like this where we always laugh and where we always can make fun and jokes. And actually, I'm a very serious person, and my dad is even more serious, because my dad, I'm the copy of my dad, by the way. I look like my mom, but I'm the copy of my dad because of our personality and characteristic. But I'm of course better than my dad, because I am rookie, of course I'm better than him. And and we are very serious and we don't really laugh, and it's just so boring. Anyways, I'm grateful for everything, of course, but what I want to say is that unfortunately we don't really laugh that much. And I don't want to go deeper into that, but what I want to say is that a good laugh is missing in my life. And then I was going deeper and deeper, and I was thinking, what else is missing in my life? And actually, what I really want to do this year? I really want to go to Turkey, because I'm Turkish originally, and I really miss my country. Actually, I don't belong to anywhere. I really don't belong to anywhere. Like, I can't say that I belong to Germany, and I can also not say that I belong to Turkey. And when people ask me, would you like to live in Turkey, or would you like to emigrate there? And then I'm like, no, because of the economy, and because I just don't really like the people there. Of course, there are good and bad people everywhere, but I just can't. I know myself, and I really don't know where I belong. But I don't belong to Turkey, neither to Germany. I know this, even though I was born here, and even though my parents and we are Turkish. But I have a very free soul, so I know that I can't find a place I can call home until someday, because I really want to go travel the world. So so I was thinking, what is missing in my life? So the fact that I really want to go to Turkey this year, because last year I didn't, of course, unfortunately I didn't have the chance to go there and to visit my grandparents, and I miss them a lot. And I miss many things in my life, but I'm trying to not miss that many things in my life, because missing is, for me, from my point of view, a waste of energy. Because why are you missing something when you're not able to change this here and now, change the circumstances? So that's why wasting energy? And missing is like, for example, when you miss a person, you send energy to this person and you lose your energy, you lose your power, so that's why missing something or someone is not good, in my opinion. I don't know what you think about this, because this is very interesting, and I really don't know the psychological meaning behind missing. If you know, it would be nice if you would share, because I don't. But from my point of view, I don't think missing is a good thing. And because, okay, wait, before I go into another topic, I want to say that I was missing Turkey a lot, and I really want to go there this year. So I'm trying to act, and I'm trying to handle the situation as best as possible, so I can change this. I can change my, this feeling of lack and feeling of missing, because, as I said, this is a waste of energy. Okay, so, and also, Oh my god, I really want to go to Japan so bad. I can't explain you, but it's a super deep feeling of wanting. Like I really want to go there to Japan, and in the last few weeks, I'm like all the time talking about Japan, and I'm telling my mom, I want to go to Japan so bad because, okay, so I was reading this book. It's called Ikigai. And he was talking about Japan a lot, and I love Japan so much because of the mentality. I love the food, I love the people, and I love its nature because I see pictures and it's absolutely incredible. Wow, I really want to go to Japan so bad, and it's a calling, it's calling me. And also in the recent few weeks I was watching so much anime. Okay, I don't watch anything at all usually because I don't have much time for sitting or laying in bed and watching something. But if I watch something, then it's of course always anime, and it will be always something that I will watch forever for the rest of my life, because I started watching anime when I was a little kid, and I was always a huge fan of One Piece. Do you know One Piece? I hope you do, because if you don't, then you're definitely missing something. Anyway, so in the last few weeks I was binge watching so bad, and even this night I was watching one season of one anime, like the complete whole season I was binge watching in this night. But of course I have a lot of things to do, so that's why I'm very busy. But I'm also in my semester break, so that's why I use that time to watch something and to calm down, because I never have time to relax, and I have never time to just lay in bed and to watch something. And when I'm stressed or when I feel bad, then I really like to watch anime or my comfort shows like Powerpuff Girls or Adventure Time or Gumball. Do you know these cartoons? I love so much, because it's comforting me, and it's so nice, and I feel so good when I watch these cartoons or anime. So many people don't actually like anime. I don't understand why, but anyways, I really want to go to Japan, so I'm planning to go there as soon as possible, and I'm gonna do everything because I can change the situation. I can change it, and I have the power to create anything and everything. So, and then I was going, of course, deeper. I was thinking, and I don't know if I'm not sure if you can actually call it overthinking, but I was thinking, what else is missing in my life? And to go on a psychological level, I was thinking that sometimes, I think this very often, and I feel this very often, not just thinking, but feeling, and that is the most important, just to feel and to listen to what you feel and not what you think, because thinking is, who is thinking? Most of the time your ego is thinking, and not you. And that's why thinking is not good. So feeling is the language of your soul, because your soul expresses through feeling, through your emotions, through the energy in motion, emotion. And so I was feeling that sometimes I don't know, I really don't know how to talk about this, because for me this is a very difficult topic. Usually I don't like talking about my parents or the relationships, because I grew up with a lot of problems with my parents, and especially with my dad, because my dad is a very, very passive person, and he never, I love my parents and they love me, of course, but unfortunately my dad was never able to show me his love and affection in the way I needed. So my needs were not met by my parents. I mean, my mom was of course doing her best, because she's a mom, and moms, they are different, because women, they're different, because they feel more and they know more. And but dads, or many dads, I would say, they're not like this, they don't know how to show love and affection. And I heard something, and I don't know if it's a woman or someone just said that when you have cold hands and cold feet, it means that the love is lacking, like the love in your life is lacking. Someone didn't give you the love that you needed. And who can it be? Of course, your parents, because when your parents didn't give you the love you needed, or didn't show the love you needed, then it's like then you will have cold feet and cold hands, and I always have cold feet and cold hands. And of course, a few years ago it was even worse, really, because I was always getting sick because of this, and I was really having health issues because of this. But fortunately it got better, because since I started changing the relationship to my parents, everything got better in my life. And so what I want to say is that the love of my dad is missing in my life. And I noticed this, actually I noticed this way earlier, but I didn't know that it was that, because I couldn't identify what it was and I couldn't name it. So thinking about this and learning more about like relationship with parents and learning more about these topics, I found out that my dad never really showed me his love and affection. And it's like a love-hate relationship. But of course it got better now, because I'm not really egocentric, and my parents are also not egocentric anymore. And my dad, because he got older, he's more relaxed and more chill. But of course sometimes we're still having some like discussions, but he always ends up with saying, okay, do whatever you want, I can't deal with you anymore. Because he just can't, because I was, oh my god, it was like a rebellion before. I was so bad, I was so crazy, and but I always ended up crying, and of course it was horrible. And at some point it escalated, because I grew up having a bad relationship to my parents, and it was so bad I can't just explain. And and then the last big and worst event was that me and my parents, we stopped talking for almost a year. We didn't talk. And then, even though we were living in the same house, and then I received a message from God, of course, and I'm gonna talk about this next time. But it was like, okay, now I need to change everything. And everyone has the chance and the power to change everything. And this is our greatest power, like to be able to do everything. Even though when you tell yourself, I can't do it, you're so wrong, because you can actually. You have the possibility, you have the chance, and you are the power, you are that power. You can do it, you can do everything. It's just, it's all up to your choices and to your decisions, to the ability of decision making, Anyway, so, but I never really had a good relationship to my dad. And of course now everything is good and peaceful, and I'm very happy the way it is now, because I'm grateful, First, I'm very grateful, and I'm very happy that it's peaceful, because it wasn't peaceful. And it's not perfect, and it's not the best, and it's not like how I wish it to be, but it can never be that way, because I know them. And you know what, actually it's because of what they went through with their own parents, and they don't know. So my dad doesn't really know how to show his love and affection, and how to meet my needs in my way, because you can't give someone apples when this person likes chocolates, because apples are your love way of showing love and affection. But my way of showing love and affection is chocolates, for example, and you can't give me chocolates when I like you can't give me apples when I like chocolates. And so he was very passive, as always, and he's still very passive. But sometimes he was like hugging, but not really kissing. Like, this was never something that we did in our family. And sometimes hugging, but very rare. And just like, but you know what his love language is? Nicknames. Calling me anything but my name. He was giving me so many nicknames, and I have so many nicknames. Oh my god, it's crazy. And I really like this, because my love language is also giving nicknames to others and not calling them by their names, because I don't know, I just have this from my dad, I guess. And and that's why I always knew he loves me. But it was very hard because it was not the way I needed, you know, and I needed more. And especially as a girl, you need a lot, and you just need it, and it's so normal and it's so natural. But unfortunately, that is the biggest thing which is missing, or which was missing in my life. But you know what? I noticed that actually I don't need the love of anyone, not even the love of my parents, because I can give it to myself, because I reached that consciousness and I reached that level finally. And you know, I'm still on my way to reach a better level and a higher level, because I know that I can do this, you know, because I'm capable of everything. And yeah, you know, it's just that when you notice and when you get conscious and when you see all of a sudden, when you see clearly that you don't need anything or anyone besides God and the support and love of God, because you know, God already loves you, you know. And I just think that I love myself, you know, and of course I go to therapy, and I'm giving therapy to myself sometimes. Yeah, like very often actually, because you're your best therapist. You are your own best therapist. Period. And you are your own doctor. You are your own everything, really. And of course, oh wait, also I was thinking that another thing is missing in my life. So I'm missing, you know, a partner in my life, a man who is supporting me and who meets my needs. Because you know, I was thinking that I turned 24. And I'm slowly getting to that age where I should get married, you know. And because I'm 24, and you know, I was planning to get married when I'm 25. But of course it will not work without a man. So I don't know how it will actually work. But I hope it will work, because I still have time until next year. So and even if it's not gonna work, I don't mind, because you know, what really belongs to me will not miss me. And I should also not miss that, because I know that it will come to me at the right time and at the right moment. But you know, a few days ago I actually was really panicking about the fact that I'm 24 and I don't have a boyfriend, I have nothing. And and I'm still a student and I'm studying, but I really want to get married and I want to have kids. And I know it's too early for this, but you know, it was just a moment of quick panic and weakness. Okay, I don't know how you can call it, but because you know, my friends, they're all getting married, and they're all married already, because you know, even 20-year-old girls, they're getting married. Like, it's so crazy. Yeah, but you know, everything will come at the right time, so I'm just trusting in that, and everything is gonna be okay. So, but you know what, I also noticed that people, they're missing so many things in their lives. So I want to ask you, what are you missing? Do you miss materialistic things? Do you miss deep connections to people? Do you miss people in your life? What do you miss, you know? And I was thinking, I miss traveling, I miss gaining experience, really, because I didn't, you know, when I stopped working, I was enjoying my life a lot more, because when I was working, I didn't really have that much time for myself. But you know, since I stopped working, I started having more time for myself, and I started to spend more time at home. So I was kind of like more. I always had the same environment, so I also my next goal is to change my environment, like to change everything as I can, because new things are always a good chance and possibility to develop. And that's why I think that I should slowly start changing and changing my environment, and also not changing my friends, but meeting new people, you know. And because, okay, if that is missing in my life, then I should start changing that, because I can change that, you know. And you can also do this. So, and you know, my message here is that you're always able to change everything in your life. And when something is missing, like, really think about this and reflect on this. Like, ask yourself that deep question: what is missing in my life? Like, really missing. If it's materialistic things, okay, don't really focus on these things, but like focus on what is making you unhappy or what is making you happy. Like go on that deeper level, you know, go on your soul level. Like what is your soul telling you? Because as I said, what you feel is a sign of your soul, because your soul is if you're connected with your soul, then you will automatically know, because you will feel, and because your gut feeling will tell you, because your soul will tell you. And what makes you unhappy is here to tell you that you should start changing this, you know. And when for example, when your work is making you unhappy, you should definitely change your work, because that's not, you know, that's not it, and that's not life. And I know I can talk easily about this, but you know, I am the best example for this. I was working a job for almost 10 years. I was working the same job for almost 10 years. And I was so scared of leaving that job, because I thought, okay, but what if I will not, what if I will stop getting money? Where should I get my money from? What else, you know? I was so just so deeply rooted there, and I couldn't imagine anything else in my life, and I couldn't imagine leaving that work, leaving that job, but I did. And you know, of course it's a hard time for me right now, not gaining money or not having any money from any work or any job, but you know, it has many more benefits. So going back to the question, what is missing in your life? Focus more on like deeper level, you know, on a deeper level. Ask yourself, do you have a good connection to your parents? If not, start to change this. Start leaving your ego behind, because your ego is always in control of you. And don't let your ego control you and your life, because time is short. Like life is short, and time is passing so fast, and you should just take the opportunity and take the chances to just create the best life as possible for you, you know? And start focusing on deeper connections, on your own life purpose, because what's your purpose? Your purpose is so important, like going after your dreams and goals and finding your own purpose. That's the most important thing. Or if you like adventure or traveling just like me, then just start doing this, you know, start slowly with small travels, and you know, with small things, low budget things, if you don't have much money, or start saving more for bigger things, just like me now for my goal to going to Japan. And like plan it, because when you start planning it and when you start putting effort in this, and like when you focus with your intention to that goal, then God and everything else will start to help you to reach that goal, you know, because it really works. And or for example, if you don't have peace in your life, start working on creating peace in your life. Or when you want to develop yourself and grow, then just do it. Read more books, go out, meet new people, you know. Anything that is missing in your life, you can change it, you know. You can take it, like you can call it, you can obtain, and you can reach that, you can achieve that, you know. Remember this, because you are powerful. You know, we human beings, we're so powerful, we are so great, and we can do everything actually, you know. And like, stop listening to others and do what makes you happy. Or for example, when you have problems with yourself, you know, when you don't really love yourself, or when you think bad about yourself, or when you don't really like your own body, for example, sometimes I have a love and hate relationship with my body sometimes, because sometimes I think I'm the biggest queen, but sometimes I think I'm like so fat, even though I'm not, you know. Yeah, because it's because of the beauty standards and because of seeing other models and stuff like this on social media. So I think, oh my God, I want to be like them, you know. Why am I not like them? Even though I'm not you know, I'm beautiful, and I'm so perfect, because everyone is perfect, because you know, every one of us was made by God and was created by God, so we're all perfect, you know. Of course, we can always develop ourselves and being the best version of ourselves, but loving ourselves is the most, and yeah, it's the most important thing, you know. It's like the number one thing to change anything in our lives. And And another very important thing is authenticity, you know. If you're not authentic to yourself or to others, then you're a clone. You're a clone of this world, you know, of the system and of those trends. And that's why I really don't like trends, because trends, you know, I don't like when everyone is the same, because it stops you from being authentic. Of course, you can find your own trend, you know. It can be, you know, it can be whatever it is, because trends are not only about clothes or fashion, but trends are also about what you eat and what you do or what you consume. Like what kind of music do you consume, or what kind of books do you read, you know, because it all creates you at the end of the day. Like, it is you, you know, what you consume, what you take to yourself. Do you know, people, they say you are what you eat, but you're also what you consume. You are which book you read, you are what you eat, and you are what kind of music you listen to. Anyways, I don't want to go that far away from my main topic, but really ask yourself what is missing in your life, start changing, and start believing in yourself that you have the ability to change. And take care of yourself, of course, take the best care of yourself as always, and stay with love and gratitude. I'm wishing you a beautiful day and have a nice week.